In the beginning, God created the heavens and He created the earth. He created every living thing upon the earth. Thousands of years later, along comes myself, Ed Waters, and I created FreeCircle so I could bring you the fireside. We want to bring you truth with integrity, insight that's right, and stories that matter the most today. So climb on in, buckle up, let's take a ride on the fireside. Today, we're going to talk about death. We're going to dedicate this show today to Blanche, my wife's grandmother that passed last night. Death is not an easy subject for people. They want to avoid anything to do with it. But death, it's part of life. It's the end part of life. So, what is death? Death is a permanent end of the life of a biological organism or a human being. So, it's part of a life cycle. And then, interesting enough, naturally, the body or organic matter dissolves back into the earth and becomes food for the next living thing. So there's a cycle of life and death that naturally occurs. Why do we die? Well, the conditions are caused by loss of hemostasis, leading to a cardiac arrest, causing loss of oxygen and nutrient supply, thus causing irreversible deterioration of the brain and other tissues. Now, you will find this very interesting, this portion of the study shows of the roughly 150,000 people who die each day across the globe, about 2/3 die of age-related causes. That means only 1/3 of us perish from other things like trauma or disease. I find that interesting. So why are people so afraid of death if so many of us live to be such an old age? The fear of death, it limits a lot of people from living their potential life, their utmost potential in life, because of their fear of death. When their studies show that really only 1/3 of us perish from trauma or disease or other instances of death other than old age. Think about that when you fear death. And when you are actually living, you need to live your life to its fullest. Because even though we can live into our hundreds, that really is a blink of an eye. That's a very small blip on the map of history. You're here for a very short time. Death, it stalls a lot of people. It makes them stop in their tracks. They want to, but they fear death. Death is nothing to fear, my friends. It's part of your life, whether it be a short life or a very long life. You want to live your life to its fullest. Get out and do what you want to do. Don't let people tell you you can't do it. Death does that for you. That's when you can't do it. When death actually tells you you can't do this anymore. Until that point, let's really focus on living life to its fullest potential. Because if we sit around fearing death, and we concentrate our time avoiding death, you're never going to know exactly what you can do with yourself. Remember that study, only 1/3 of the people perish of other causes other than age. Get out there and live your life. Enjoy every moment of it. And the most important thing, spread as much love, awareness, and positivity as possible. You're here for a very short time. Death is just a part of it. So always walk to your fullest potential. Let's remember that today. And let's start reaching out to people. Make those connections while you can. Really understand people are special. And their uniqueness is valuable. Never try to hinder somebody when they're trying to do good. Always support good in this life. We're here for a very short time. Don't devote your energies on negative energies. Think positive. Stand up and be something for yourself today. You're here for a very short time. Don't let death overcome you. Well, that does it for another episode of the FreeCircle Fireside. Thanks for listening in, and make sure you come back next time, listening to our next episode. You never know what we have to say right here on the Fireside. Like always, share us out. Get involved. Tell your family, your friends. Most of all, get involved. Get over to our website, freecircle.website, and our new edition, podcast.freecircle.website. That's where we house all of our media content from all of our podcasts. Make sure you go over, check us out. While you're there, there's a survey. There's a banner at the top of the website. Click on it. It takes you to a survey for our audience. The survey is provided by PodTrack. It's a wonderful place to track your podcast. It's analytics at its best. Get over to PodTrack, check it out, and please fill out our survey so we can know you, our audience, a little bit better and provide you with the content that you seek the most. I'm Ed with FreeCircle, and we're out.